Coming up on Wolverine Sports Magazine, Blake Corum opens up about his return from last year's knee injury. Women's soccer extends its winning streak to a fistful. We'll show you gymnastics on the diag, a special day for Michigan softball, and a get well for basketball coach Joanne Howard. All that and more on the way next.
Wolverine Sports Magazine is presented by Meijer.
Welcome, everybody. We begin with football as we do every single week this time of year. The non-conference schedule is over. As expected, the Wolverines race out to a 3-0 start. Now league play begins. 12:01 Saturday against Rutgers, a homecoming game against the Scarlet Knights, as the Maize and Blue begin the quest for a third consecutive Big Ten championship.
We're ready, man. We're ready for this Big Ten competition. We know everyone's coming for us, and we're coming from them. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be fun having Rutgers in town this week.
Big Ten play starting this week, so we just got to amp up our level of focus, communication, preparation, all that.
What is the secret for you guys to being ready to go after them, to play at a high level right from the jump defensively?
It doesn't matter who we're playing. We have a certain standard that we expect to live up to, and our coaches expect us to live up to, and our brothers. So we just got to come out there. Every time we step on that field, no matter what we're doing, who we're playing, we just got to come out there and hold that standard.
What is the excitement level for you to start conference play and embark on that journey again?
It's really exciting for me. It's my first time playing in some Big Ten games. I think the coaches have prepared me and as well as the team, so I don't really think too much of it. Just want to keep playing the same game I've been playing and the team as well.
We'll have more football later, including running back Blake Corum opening up about the knee injury that sidelined him at the end of last season.
I decided just to let some things go in my head.
Wolverine Sports Magazine is presented by Meijer and brought to you in part by Alro Steel, by Abso Pure Water, and by Grand Traverse Resort.
The women's soccer team opened Big Ten play September 15th against Minnesota. It was senior night as the program recognized 7 special veterans before the match. But it was a sophomore who scored the game's only goal. Jenna Lang put the ball in the net in the 34th minute.
It was super special. I haven't scored this season, and coming from my freshman year too, it was super cool to do that. I honestly didn't know I scored. I kind of fell on the ground and then looked up at the sky, and the next thing I know, everyone was cheering. But super cool to just celebrate with my team and then do it for the seniors tonight.
Goalie Stephanie Sparkowski continues to shine. The senior made 5 saves, none bigger than on this penalty shot in the 69th minute.
At the end of the day, we got the win. I couldn't have asked for anything more. Another shutout. I think overall, we worked really hard as a team and got it done at home.
That's now 5 straight victories for the Wolverines. They're back in action tonight, September 21st, on the road against Northwestern. And they'll stay in the land of Lincoln over the weekend with a Sunday matinee, 2 o'clock Eastern time, against the Fighting Illini in Champaign. The men's Big Ten season began last week in College Park, Maryland. Junior Michael Leon gave Michigan a 1-0 lead against the Terrapins, and later Bryce Blevins scored the equalizer in the 62nd minute as the teams played to a 2-2 draw. Tuesday, the Wolverines made the trek to Rochester for a non-con match against Oakland. 65th minute, great rush here by the Wolverines. Senior Bryce Blevins sets up Brazilian freshman João Ramos, who tallies his first career goal to knot the game at 1 apiece. The Golden Grizzlies, though, notched the game winner in the 84th minute and escaped with a 2-1 win. That ends a stretch of 4 straight road games for the Maize and Blue. The men are back to the Big Ten grind Friday at 7 o'clock at the Michigan Soccer Complex against Rutgers. You can't be there in person. You can check it out online on BTN+. It was a tough weekend for the volleyball team as they were swept in a home-and-home series against nearby Bowling Green. Both matches going the full 5 sets. Sunday in Ann Arbor, freshman Valentina Olette and senior Kendall Murray led the Wolverines offense with 13 kills apiece. And this week is Rivalry Week. The Maize and Blue host MSU in a maze-out Friday night at Chrysler Center. The Wolverines are looking to break a Michigan volleyball attendance record. Let's support the team and help push them to victory over the Spartans. Tickets are just $6. You can get them at the door or online at mgoblue.com. Marcia Pankratz and the field hockey team host number 4 Iowa Friday at 6 o'clock. Always a great time when these two traditional powers get together. The Wolverines are coming off a victory Sunday 3-1 at Kent State. 2 days earlier, the Wolverines opened Big Ten play in Columbus. Ohio State scored just 38 seconds into the contest and never looked back. Freshman Kelsey Raviello scored a third-period goal for Michigan, who fell by a score of 5-1. It was the Buckeyes' first win over the Maize and Blue since 2011. This is always a fun fall happening. Shout out to the men's gymnastics team, who held its annual Pommel Horse on the Diag last week. For more than 20 years, the guys have put on a clinic in the middle of Central Campus to promote their sport. The 3-time defending Big Ten champions are already hard at work preparing for their winter season. Saturday, during the Bowling Green football game, Lamar Woodley and former softball star Sierra Romero were recognized for their induction into the State of Michigan Sports Hall of Fame. The two were part of a 10-member class recently enshrined at a ceremony in downtown Detroit.
Wolverine Sports Magazine is presented by Meyer and brought to you in part by University of Michigan Health.
Women's golf opened the fall season Sunday and Monday at the Mary Fossum Invitational in East Lansing. Coach Jan Dowling rolled out 3 rookies who all made their collegiate debuts. Grad student Haley Borja finished at +2, good for 9th place and her 15th career top 10. As a team, the Wolverines finished 10th out of 15, with Purdue taking home the title. They'll be at the Glass City Invite in Toledo Monday and Tuesday. Earlier this week, men's golf competed at the Highlands Invitational in Westchester, Illinois. Junior Hunter Thompson fired 3 consecutive rounds of par or under to finish -3, tied for 18th. As a team, the Wolverines came in 9th out of 13 schools. There was a full house at the annual Michigan Softball Alumni Tailgate Saturday at Oosterbaan Fieldhouse. The university officially dedicated Carol Hutchins Stadium. School president Santa Ono was on hand, and athletic director Ward Manuel announced a new endowed softball scholarship named after the beloved Hall of Fame coach.
Tonight, we'll always call it Alumni Field. Because it's for all of you. You built this place. You built the legacies of Michigan softball. They just couldn't fit all of your names up there. But you all made this program. You're all great Michigan women. Watching you grow up and be who you are today and the women you've become. And I couldn't love you more. But you are Michigan softball. Not me. You. So this is for you. Love you all.
The goal is to raise $1 million to fund the scholarship, and thanks to a number of special donors, $500,000 has already been pledged.
The more scholarships that we can endow from for our student athletes within our programs just takes some of that burden off of our operating funds that we have every year and our expenses for the athletic department. Now it's pushing over $30 million a year that we give back up the hill to the university as we fully meet the NCAA maximum of scholarships, and we'll continue to do that. And so being able to approach this as one more scholarship with the name of a legendary coach for us in Carol Hutchins at Michigan just seemed like a natural fit.
The Wolverines have a 4-game fall slate, and it kicks off Friday, September 29th at home against Toledo. Back to football now, where running back Blake Corum is back to doing Blake Corum things the way we're accustomed. Saturday against Bowling Green, Blake Corum rumbled for his first 100-yard game of the season, going for 101 on 12 attempts, a robust 8.4 yards per carry. During our post-game interview, Blake admitted he was running tentative in the first 2 games of the season.
I've been disappointed in my play, and everyone keeps telling me, hey, this is part of the process of coming back from an injury, and so I decided just to let some things go in my head, not be nervous. I know my knee's healthy, but to me, I was running as if, it wasn't healthy.
But still, the mental gymnastics are tough to overcome. What told you, though, that I'm holding back or I'm not playing the way Blake Corum usually plays?
It was really me, man, and I had a lot of sleepless nights, after those first 2 games because I knew I was healthy. It was a source of a mental aspect. It just wasn't leaving my mind.
One trusted resource he leaned on heavily, running backs coach Mike Hart.
I went to Coach Hart. I was like, hey, man, you've had ACL injuries, how long did it take for you to get back? And what do you see from my play right now? And he keeps it real with me. I'm saying you just gotta go, man. Some I'm tiptoeing, some, I'm, like I said, falling weird. He said you just gotta do you. Your knee's healthy. So he said your knee's healthy. Just do you. Hit the hole. Saturday I feel like I did a pretty good job at just hitting it and making those second level cuts and just feeling like myself.
Good to see Blake back running with his trademark confidence. And before we let you go this week, a special get well soon from men's basketball coach Juwan Howard. Howard underwent a successful heart procedure September 15th at the University of Michigan Frankel Cardiovascular Center. Doctors resected an aortic aneurysm and repaired Juwan's aortic valve. He could return to the program in 4 to 6 weeks, with a full recovery expected in 6 to 12. Associate head coach Phil Martelli will serve as interim head coach. Juwan and his wife Janine say they appreciate the world-class care they were provided at Michigan. We certainly look forward to seeing Juwan back at Chrysler Center soon, and we look forward to seeing you right back here next week for Wolverine Sports Magazine. We'll see you then.